Right, hello. I was filming upside down a minute ago. I had it in upside down mode, so that was shit. So missed the takeoff. Basically, we've got a lot of rain out there, which you can probably see. That's rain. Okay, and in that direction, it's all nice and clear. So basically, what we're doing is we're flying out of the rain to the north, and then we're gonna head down and south to make sure that the rain doesn't catch us in. So we're doing about 75 knots at the moment. We've got 52 knots of ground speed on my GPS. So 52, 20 odd knots of headwind in that direction. And of course that's the way the wind's coming, that's the way the weather's coming. We always fly into weather. So that's what I'm doing here. The clouds are coming this way, so we're flying into them because we always want to know what the worst scenario is. So we always fly a little bit further into the weather to see what it's like. We can always turn around and come back and beat it because we'll have the wind on our tail to speed us up as we go through. So we got a bit of a gap in the old weather. See if we can turn you around. Obviously it's a bit of an angle, unfortunately. I've got it on a king post. I got it on like one of these and it's tilted, so there we are. Yeah, we've got a bit of a cloud there, so I'm going to have to do...
You're approaching from the south for a landing on 29.
So I do have to descend below Mr. Cloud. There he goes, he's starting to rain on us. So don't really want that. So I'm going to steer around it. Rain's a bit of a bugger. Anyway, let's turn it back over here so you can see me and out of the window. So all you're seeing is rain on the window. You won't see so much rain on this window. Oh, we're just overhead Melksham now. See Melksham Industrial Estates down there. Oh, sun's come out, blinding me. A nice rainbow down off to this side. If you can see that. You see the old rainbow we're flying next to? It's right off the end of our wing. So we got a rainbow on our wing. It's quite pretty. Okay, what do we got then? Good, sun's gone in, I can see now. No aircraft there. So, to be honest, I think there is a bit of more weather coming in because I can't see to the distance over there. So looking a bit murky out that way. So got a little bit of a gap here in the clouds, so I'm going to scoot across underneath. See all the nasty weather out in that direction, we don't really want. Sun's coming out now, it's starting to piss my eyes off, so I'm going to put a hat on. The hat helps my eyes, it's a sun visor, so it moves around and it stops me getting blinded by the sun. Got some clouds blowing in, reducing visibility, so I'm going to skirt around those. We're over Westbury at the moment. It's the town of Westbury down there.
20, clear to enter the zone, not above 2,000 feet towards East Neilsea, then just advise turning 4 quarter turn.
Clear to enter, not above 2,000, we'll go 100.
Now to hold at Cheddar, contact Arthur onwards 133 at 50.
Okay, Cheddar, 133, this one is 50.
Westbury White Horse is out there in the distance. Don't know if you can see that because it's probably got this bar in the way, but Westbury, that's the big cement work tower down there called Smoky Joe, we call it. It's now a disused cement factory.
Bristol, Kilo Bravo, we've stopped climb 2,000 feet to maintain VMC.
And this is the town of Warminster that we're just about to fly over in a minute. I'm just going to gain a bit of height. Cross over some trees in a minute, so I have an engine failure. We want to give ourselves as much time as we can to get down. Really quite dark over there, Salisbury Plain. Quite a big cloud over there. See through it now, probably down to Cheddar and Wells area. Seems fairly clear now as far as that, but I don't want to push it because it is supposed to be a pleasure flight today and I don't want to get caught out with rain and have to fly back in through the rain. I haven't weatherproofed my aerial either. Without weatherproofing, the rain will get in it and don't really want that to happen. Right, we've got 2,000 feet now, so that's fine. Slow ourselves down. Take the revs back to 2,000. We gently tootle along at doing 60 knots. Which is 50 ground speed at the moment, so we've got less wind over here. Airstrip called Wing Farm. Because the wind's coming that way from the west, 27, and their runway is 27, so we always land into the wind to slow ourselves down on the approach. So the runway would be 27 today. About 20 litres of fuel, that's enough. So we keep it on going. Again, a different perspective on different clouds now and where it's all coming from. So wind is coming a little bit from reduce the engine to go down, to trim the aircraft for forward flight, which we've done. Check the fuel, brake is off, and check security. We got our carburetor heat on because we tend to build up carb ice when we're using low RPMs. And And that down there, those buildings there, that's my friend Mark, who runs an air place called Galaxy Microlights, if you ever need your microlight fixing. So he's down there. And we're going to go into the flight pattern now. So wing farm traffic of Sierra Lima Alpha Kilo is descending dead side for runway 27. We've just gone past the runway now, and we go on to our circuit, which is I'm not going to land because I'll have to pay landing fees, and it looks pretty wet down there, so fuck it. Just do some landing training, just fly past. Wing farm traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo, turning base for runway 27. Just going to do a fly past Golf Alpha Kilo. Reduce our RPMs to about 1200 now in the descent phase. Keep the nose down. Doing 60 knots, but what we'll do is after we've turned, we'll then do 50 knots on the approach in. I like to come in high here because there's trees. I don't want to hit those trees, so I come in high and I lose the height then afterwards. So, right, let's line ourselves up. Okay, we're lined up, still high, very high. Let's just give you a view of the runway as we're landing. Hope you got something there you can see. So what we do is bring the power off, keep the nose down.
Traffic, Robin joining from the west overhead for a practice course man.
Wing farm Golf Alpha Kilo going round. You can see the clouds we've got out over in that direction. Quite crappy sort of clouds, but there we go. Wing farm traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo is departing the circuit to the west. I head up over Longleat for a bit of fun. Safari Park is actually over there. So what we'll do is we'll turn up now in a second. We'll fly so you can see a little bit of the Safari Park. Hope I don't come down in that because probably get eaten by something. There we go, there's the Safari Park down there. That's the roads of the Safari Park. Looks very small from up here, but it's quite a big park actually, and very much worth a visit. The lions are actually kept in that bit down there. I can see the double security enclosure, so that's the bit you really don't want to land in if you have an emergency. Not that I'd try to land anywhere near there because I'd get in a lot of trouble, but I can see a few clouds heading out in the direction that we've just come from, so I'm going to try and beat them back because I think it could start to rain out there and it's coming in a bit thicker. That stuff from Bristol, I was saying, that darkness over there, that's moving in the direction of our airfield, but our airfield is actually just in the clear at the moment, so we'll try and beat it back because that is looking, you can't see through that, so that's probably rain. So I do want to get back as soon as I can. So we get a bit of power on, bit of speed on, doing 80 knots now. We'll try and beat that cloud front. As you can see, it's clear out over the airfield area. It's not too bad over that part of Salisbury, but it's all pretty murky out in that direction now. Okay, that's Smoky Joe out there. The pillar you can see is a smoke chimney from a cement works. We use it, it's a pretty good marker of where you are, pretty good guide. So also we've got the Westbury White Horse and this big quarry here that you can probably see on Google Maps. Now there's flags flying on white posts. That's the Salisbury Plain, so you've got to stay out of that area. As long as you stay on these sides of the flags, you're okay, but if you cross them, you're in the Salisbury danger area. So as long as I stay on this side, we're okay. Now that's a very big quarry you can see there. There's been some crop circles on the other side of that quarry. Make sure there's nobody paragliding on the hill. Imagine it's probably a bit too crazy today for them with the weather. So probably okay doing a pass over the White Horse. Yeah, we're beating that weather so far. There's the Westbury White Horse. Looks like somebody has put a penis. Can you see the penis? Somebody's put a penis on the White Horse. That wasn't me. Definitely sense of humour, but no, not me. So the White Horse currently has a penis. I wonder how long that'll stay there for. As you can see now, we'll turn the camera and you can see that the weather is out there. There's the chimney. Weather's all along there. It's moving in. Okay, but we've got to get in that direction and land before it moves across us. So you can see it's just starting to move across that runway now. That's not our runway. That's called Keyville Airfield. But it's the cloud bank, the shadow is just starting to move over it now and darken off. Oh, let's take our speed back. Okay, trim the aircraft for forward flight, so take the trimmer forward. Looks like some of that rain is just about to hit Melksham in a minute, which is off to our left, to the west. We'll check the windsock. It might be better if we land in the other direction, so we'll just see what it's doing when we go past. So check our security. So fuel's checked, nose wheel straight, throttle, brake off, choke off, carb heat on, fuel pump on. It's kind of 50-50 on the windsock, straight across the runway. And That's our runway, is down there, going that way. We're going to be landing in that way though. Yeah, it's just over Melksham now. That rain is starting to sort of come down. You can see as we turn, you'll see it in a second. You can see pylons very well now. They light up really well today, which you don't often see because of the sunlight. You don't see the pylons, but in this sort of condition it's perfect to see the pylons. So we're just going to beat that weather in, as you can see. So all clear long finals, yes. Landing area is clear. Wind is from the west. Rain is just starting to hit the edge of Melksham. Craymarsh traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo, turning finals for 18 left hand. Okay, we keep our eyes on the end of the runway, and when we think we're near the ground we start to pull it back, and we just keep descending. There's the wheels touching, and then I apply the brake and pull the nose up still whilst applying the brake lightly, and that keeps the weight off the nose wheel, stops it digging in, so we keep the stick all the way back. And that's about it. So we turn the aircraft around, turn the carb heat off, fuel pump off, save electrics on the ground because we're not generating much electric. And it's quite soggy, so it's quite hard to move on the ground because our tyres dig into the crap. So you can see over there, nice clear day, and if we turn around, getting a bit shitter. And ooh Christ, doesn't that look nasty? That's going to hit us in a few minutes. So what's our time? Time on the watch is 10 minutes 59, which you can see there. That's the timer I set, stopwatch. So 10 minutes 59, so I was 1 minute out on thinking when the weather was going to be over us. So 1 minute over Melksham out, and then it'll be probably over us in about another 2 minutes.